The people of India expect our MPs to do much better. Joining me tonight on this debate, I am joined by Mr. Somnath Chatterjee, former Speaker of the Lok Sabha. I am also joined by PC Chako of the Congress. He heads a joint parliamentary committee. He is also chairman of the Privileges Committee of MPs. I am also joined by Ravi Shankar Prasad, Deputy Leader of the Rajya Sabha for the BJP. Also with me tonight, Shekhar Gupta, Editor-in-Chief of the Indian Express, and Kiran Bedi, former IPS officer and a member of Team Anna, if not Team Arvind. Mr. Chatterjee, over to you first as former Speaker. Now, we know officially it is the Speaker who actually finally clears members on these standing committees, though of course they are nominated by their own parties. What would you say, sir, on what appears to be a travesty of any kind of good sense, even though it is within parliamentary rules?
Well, it's a prerogative of the Honorable Speaker ultimately to approve of the names, and he or she does it invariably on the basis of suggestions given by the leaders of different political parties as to who will represent the party in the different committees. The question is, what is troubling many people in this country is that why some honorable members of parliament who are accused in different cases, criminal cases, many with serious allegations, can be made members of different committees. But one thing we are forgetting in this country, somehow we do not remember, that none of them has been found guilty as yet. These days I find that anybody accused of commission of any crime is treated to be guilty. This is rather unfortunate in a country where there is a well-established jurisprudence, the system of trials, system of litigations are there, and it has to be proved by proper procedure as to whether a person is guilty or not. Therefore, we are proceeding always on the basis that whoever is accused of a guilt is guilty. I think this is an unfortunate development.
Yes. And
after all, a member of a committee has no executive power. He or she has no discretionary power as a member of the committee. He will represent certain views, mostly his or her party's views, in the committee meetings, make their suggestions with regard to either formulation of a law or with regard to findings to be given by a committee on a certain topic. Therefore, they have no power except their persuasive powers to influence people to come to a particular decision. That will be other lead parties represented in those committees. There are other members in the committees. The chairman is there.
So you're saying,
therefore, I don't think he can. He or she can do any damage per se.
So you're saying, in a sense, this is more. This is created perhaps by perception. The perception may not be right, but let's go by the rules, and you have to go with innocent until proven guilty. But Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, perhaps the root of this problem is the fact that we know that there is a crucial bill on electoral reforms which has been pending for nearly 2 decades, which says that all MPs charged, and in fact the MPs we've named today are not MPs who are accused just by the opposition, but they've actually been charge sheeted by the CBI of various allegations, whether it's in 2G, whether it's in the cash for votes case, whether it's in the CWG game scam. In that sense, if MPs had actually united to pass that electoral reform which says bar all charge-sheeted MPs from contesting elections, we wouldn't be in this situation. So in a way, it's crying wolf when the opposition protests against this, but there's no political consensus on electoral reforms.
Well, Sonia, first of all, let me say very clearly that I respectfully differ with Somnath Babu. Yes, the law is there, that there is presumption of innocence. But democracy and parliamentary democracy also goes by propriety, also goes by certain public perception, also goes by accountability. Yes, you have a point that charge-sheeted should not be allowed to contest is a larger issue, which is also a contentious issue. But as far as becoming a member of a standing committee is concerned, you all know that the party recommends, the party nominates, and the speaker notifies. Now, certainly the party can take a call. Particularly Mr. Raja or Mr. Kalmadi are visible symbols of some of the massive loot of public money in recent memory since independence. Therefore, this is an occasion for inner introspection, and I'm sure there must be a call on this. As far as larger issue is concerned, let me tell you, when I was handling law portfolio in Mr. Vajpayee government, I myself initiated this proposal. And I had come with the suggestion that if you are accused in a heinous offense, heinous means murder, rape, narco, terror, treason, or really dacoity with murder, then if you are charged in two separate cases, corruption, two separate cases, namely you are a habitual offender, then you will not contest. I had purposefully ruled out any kind of political involvement. You know, Sonia, when I was an activist in the JP movement in Bihar, except murder and rape, all the charges were first on us and many others. See, you know, these are political movement, it happens.
Well, of course.
Therefore, it was very important.
Yes.
It is very important to segregate the two. Unfortunately, consensus could not be reached for two reasons. It may become a handle to target a political opponent before the election. There are merits in both the arguments.
But in that sense, that will be the argument used for any corruption charges as well, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. You'll know that the DMK and Congress in this case will say, look, this is a BJP scandal.
Can I intervene for a second?
But in view of the rising criminality and repeated instances of indiscretion which we are witnessing in the politics of the country, it is high time there must be a consensus on this issue and some kind of corrective has to be found out.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.